Uh, maybe Mel is bluffing. Oh wait, I already read this. Wait, Mello? Who's that? Oh, who's that? Mello Lombroso. Wait, Lombroso? The dog. Wait, Roger, your dog is called Lombroso too. Wait, am I still videoing? Yeah, I am. Well, actually, Melos Lombroso is my wife. I took her last name too, but she kicked me out, so I was too embarrassed to continue using it. But I miss her a lot, so I named my dog after her. Huh? Maybe it's not my place to butt in, but as a woman, I'm pretty sure she would not find this flattering. But Kevin used your husband's name.
I was a problem child. What's wrong with a problem child using problematic names? Oh, I see. So you're problematic too, Mr. Problem. Just to double check, is your wife Mello Lombrosa, Dr. Messo's granddaughter?
That's right. I mentioned my wife came from a rich family, right? That's the Masso's family. What's wrong? Alright, now the relationships here are a mess.
Now, I hope you're prepared to hear this. Your wife might be the culprit behind this case.
Impossible! She is pure, elegant, and educated. I swear it's not possible. But all of our current leads point to her. I don't believe it. I'm certain you're wrong. She could never, ever be the culprit. I think your phrase is already contacted your wife. We're going back to the paper now. Do you want to come with us? No, there's absolutely no need because she is not a criminal.
Alright, looks like you've got another problem. I think you'll find answers one day. Though, and then you can be Mr. Answers.
Mr. Answers? Anyway, Kevin, we need to go back and get ready to move.
Okay, Dad. Farewell, everyone. I'll miss you.
Whew. Well, I don't want to talk to Rocher, I want to talk to the dog. Sigh. Still thinking about your wife? Hardly, there's no chance that she's the culprit. After all, not at all. You hear? Then what are you contemplating? I'm thinking about life. Right, also about that Mr. Answers that Kevin just mentioned. What does that mean? I don't know. Paimon, do you know? Someone who's good at answering questions, maybe. Paimon has no idea. How about you, Lombroso? The puppy doesn't speak. Instead, it sits next to the man like an old friend and gazes into the distance as it's looking at their future. He's also thinking about life. Alright, I guess you don't know. The puppy still doesn't speak. Instead, it sits next to the man. This is looking at their future. It says the same thing. Do you really not know? Finally, the dog tilts his head and looks at the man to him as if saying, look, I'm just a dog. That's true, he's just a dog. And where was he going over here? Where is this? This is nowhere. He literally cornered himself. Oh, we're going back. Still videoing. Oh, to tell you guys the truth, I accidentally stopped video when I was about to screenshot. So I'm gonna have to put the two videos together. Well, there'll be one once you see it. Unless it lasts more than an hour. Euphrasie. Oh my gosh, I gave Euphrasie and Madeline the same voice. Sorry, we were overthinking things. Wait, is that Lombroso? You're crazy. We brought Sir Arthur back in one piece too. Thanks a million. I'll make sure Sir Arthur is taken care of. Also, there's something else. See, what did Paimon say? She won't be so worried about Sir Arthur that it would affect her appetite.
Oh, so we only found Sir Arthur. Not that anyone's got the treasure ahead of us either.
How can this be?
So I suspect that Madame Mello might have been bluffing and trying to intimidate you so that you'd reveal.
Oh, anyway, let me introduce this lady. This is Dr. Mosa's granddaughter, Madame Mello Lombrosa. Oh, we found her. She only returned last night from her hometown of the Court of Fontaine, so she can't be the culprit.
Good day. In any case, these agents and I are acquainted. I met them when I arrived at the Court of Fontaine last night.
What?
Upon hearing about my husband's recent hardships and how he was loitering around the paper's office, I was worried he'd stir up trouble, so I thought I'd come over, and that's when I happened upon them discussing something.
Yes, I asked someone to verify her integrity. There's no issues there.
So, if it isn't her, who the heck is the culprit? Apologies for the disruption. Today, upon hearing the news, I came here to clarify that my family never lodged any complaints with the paper about what happened 30 years ago. It was my grandfather's belief that the paper did a good job as well.
Thanks for yours and your family's trust.
Since everything has been cleared up, I shan't stay any longer. I hope the steamboat gets to the bottom of this quickly regardless.
Wait, madam, there's something else I must ask you. Do you know the address of Dr. Mosa's research base?
Wait, so you've got the address, Madame Mallow? Is it you who's in trouble, miss? I would like to help, but I don't know where my grandfather's research base is.
Madam, surely the good doctor must have mentioned it.
I don't understand. If my grandfather had told me something, how could I not know?
It's possible you weren't aware of some things. Allow me to explain what happened with the doctor. Now, I intend to be totally transparent with you all. Some believe that 30 years ago, it was the paper's special reporting that stirred up public opinion, which led to his demise. But the truth is, those articles were not initiated by the paper, but by Dr. Moso himself.
Grandfather himself? He never mentioned this. The Marichuse Phantom Files didn't include this either.
Because the deal was off the books, the editor-in-chief back then, my mentor, thought that Dr. Moso's lie detector had the potential to become a hot story. Being the first to stir things up would help the paper gain the most influence and recognition. But, I'm mixing up their voices.
But, my grandfather, how wouldn't it benefit him?
Your grandfather's research had hit a bottleneck. He had no more data to feed the lie detector to study, but he needed to go further, so... He planned to get the data from public opinion? Right, in a way, the realm of public opinion is like a massive hub for spreading lies. Countless people are churning out true, false, accurate, and inaccurate data every day. Dr. Moso thought the lesson on dynamic evolution could surely guide his machine to another level of comprehension. And in separating truth from fiction, it would eventually surpass the machine's rules. So he did it for Curve. However, the doctor and my mentor both underestimated the destructiveness of public opinion. They lost control. As for what happened next, you know the whole story. But the key evidence that led to Dr. Mosa's conviction was actually exposed by the paper, right? That evidence was actually provided by your grandfather.
He provided evidence that criminalized himself? How could that be possible?
I'm sorry. My mentor didn't tell me why Dr. Mosa would do this, but it's the truth.
Sorry, Editor-in-Chief Euthanasia. I might need to seek confirmation from Curve regarding your words.
Biological indicators detected to be normal. Editor-in-Chief Euthanasia is telling the truth. Relevant information retrieved. The muscle protocols within my core have been modified hundreds of times. The log indicates that those modifications were made by Dr. Moso.
The Moso's protocols were changed 100 times, so that means the doctor really manipulated the test results. So why would he give evidence of this to the paper? He planned to confess?
But then he requested a duel, didn't he?
Hyman can't make heads or tails of this. It makes no sense. He really lied to the public. Why?
The data on this question is unresolved. My live learning module cannot provide an answer.
Oh great, now Curve's become a problem robot. Dr. Mussel's research space holds the answers. I can feel it. We must find it. You just said that the Madame Mallow had the clues to the base, yes?
On the eve of the duel, Dr. Mosa mentioned in a message to my mentor that he would leave the base's location with his beloved granddaughter.
He left it to me?
Yes. Please try to recall. Did the doctor mention anything to you before he left?
I was so young then. Father wouldn't let me go to the duelist ring to see my grandfather. But the last time I saw him was the day he was detained. It was very eerily. So did he give you anything? All I remember is that once the duel was finished, my father brought a piece of jewelry that had been cleaned. He said that my grandfather left it for me. Perhaps the jewelry could be connected to the base. I'm sorry to ask, but could we have a look at it? It wouldn't have minded, but my good-for-nothing husband sold it to pay off her debt. What? So Roger gave it to...
Don't worry, is this it? Wait, what are they talking about? Is it this? Oh. What does this have to do with the oh. Oops. And I guess it's this probably. Clue has been updated. There we go.
How did you even end up with this? This is a photo of me when I was little. My grandfather took it.
Really? What a coincidence. Are there only photos of Madame Mello in there?
According to my
mentor, Dr. Mosa did leave some clues for you. Madame Mello, let's take a look.
Look, there's a line of text under the photo. Faded under the sunlight, shining under the sunlight.
Faded under the sunlight, but shining under the sunlight? What is this? Does something like this really exist? Relevant information retrieved. The different ways in which lies can exist.
Different ways in which lies can exist? My grandfather used to say that. How did you... Who are you?
May I have the photo? Curve picks up the photo and raises it towards the sky. The sunlight shines through the photo and falls into Curve's eyes, as though passing through 30 years in time. Gradually another image emerges.
A map! The map leading to the research base! So that's how he hid it. I had no idea that we'd already found the base. Madame Mello, may we... There's no need to ask. Go, and I just noticed this special friend of yours. Good to see you again, Curve.
Oh, they know each other. Greetings, miss.
Thank you, Madam Mello. Here's your locket. Let's go now.
But we haven't found the person who sent the threats. Don't worry, Paimon. I think you're right in that the criminal doesn't have any evidence and it's just a bluff. So go find what you're looking for. How much longer is this? It's almost gonna be 30 minutes and that will be an hour. Maybe I should have streamed. Underwater. All the way down there. There's a chest, but we don't have time. This might have to be a 2-part stream. Video. Yeah, probably going to have to. I'm gonna have to link so many links to each one to streams and videos. Herb, are you alright? What's your receipt? 12%. We have to hurry. Oh no. Wait, is it that way? Did I go the wrong way? Oh, that's the only way actually. Never mind. Oh, wow. I just missed it. That's about it. We're finally inside. Your home is huge, Curve. Oh.
Hurry up. We need to find the materials ASAP. I'm sure hope you left behind instructions on how to fix Curve, Dr. Moso.
I hope so too. Whoa, what is this place? Dang. Important memo about Curve blueprint service layer. What the? Did someone take all the materials related to Curve?
How is that possible? We came here as soon as we got the map. Let's keep looking. Maybe it ended up somewhere nearby.
Emerging exits. The self-destruction mechanism located for the walls. Damaging the walls strictly prohibited. Using the aforementioned backup system. Someone has torn up the section. Self-destruction system looks dangerous. I did not mean to press that again. A cannon. There's another one. This one can't investigate either. Investigate. Nope, that's just a carrot. Why would they put a carrot in both? Oh! And I'm not reading all of that. I'll read it later. Is this the secret letter between Dr. Moso and Euphrates' predecessor? He seemed to have mentioned something important.
Dr. Mosa didn't forge anything other than the forged evidence, which he forged and gave to the newspaper, so he take all the heat.
He wanted everyone to focus on him and let it end there. He was
trying to protect Curve.
That seems to be the answer. Updating lie learning module. Running lie learning module. Warning, motherboard temperature increasing. Warning. Warning, core functionality down to 8%. Warning.
Curve, what's wrong?
They sure did get here fast. Guess they're crushing for a bruising. Oh no. We'll have to take care of them.
Now disappear! I'm going in! A round of applause!
Time to fulfill my duty! My duty!
Time to fulfill my duty! Ah, my duty. Right when I killed them.
This isn't good.
Whoa! I can't see it. I'm gonna be taking damage. Thank you. Repel the Fatui that suddenly appeared.
One with nature. Follow leaves. Adorn my night. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Let the world come alive!
Here comes the finale.
Can't run from
I can't do it with any of them. They're on fire.
Stay calm. Stay
Ow.
this was well done!
quick.
No! Why did I switch to him? I'm such an idiot.
This is the end.
Okay, my water minions took care of it.
Blast, what's wrong?
I have now taken over the cannon's control systems.
Curve, are you okay? That's great.
Huh? Quick, fire at the Fatui! So we're gonna fire at them thing. Fire! Fire! They just keep coming. Dang, this cannon's powerful.
Curses! You're not easy to deal with. No wonder the Fatui are so reluctant to face you.
Editor Jenk, what are you here? Why are you here? How do you know about this place?
Heh, you were discussing the base's location so freely right in front of the paper's doors. It would have been rude of me not to take advantage of such generosity. Yanka, you eavesdrop. I was right along. You're the culprit. Ha ha! Culprit? Agent Talachard, are you going to start cawing like a crow again?
It's useless to try and deny it.
You're right, Indeed, I am the culprit, but I only wanted to help this moronic excuse for an agent to sort out the case. It's not like she can just write that guy called me a crow, and so he must be the culprit, or something like that in the case file now, can she? You... Shush, shush, hush, hush now. How about using your brain instead of your temper for once? Surely you must still have a number of questions regarding this case. Such as my motives, aren't you the least bit curious?
You just wanted all of Curve's research materials, didn't you?
And the papers alleged dirt in the Moso faking results from back then. Oh, looks like the question was far too easy. And as for the second question, I'm merely a low-level editor. How could the little old me possibly be privy to such secrets as the paper?
Enough, attack.
Wait! I'm the one who took Dr. Mosa's materials. You know, so I learned all about the basic self-destruct system. If you act rashly towards me, then it won't end well for anyone here. Traveler, you're the stuff of legends. You're strong, but as for your precious little companions, I can't help but wonder how they might fare in such a massive explosion. You're just bluffing. It would be better for everyone to just keep on thinking after all. I'm merely a low-level editor. How could little old me possibly be privy to such secrets as the paper? Ugh, you must have learned about it from Bullard.
Hold on.
Bingo! It was Bullard who came knocking. That when I realized the paper had made a serious error 30 years ago, causing the downfall of genius scientists. More importantly, isn't it truly a lamentable loss that the scientist's legacy has been buried for so long? Shouldn't the paper apologize to the general public for this?
What do you mean? Is exposing what happened really all you're after?
Exposing? Ha! There's a much more suitable word. Judgment. People will pass judgment on the newspaper like they did Dr. Moso. The paper must take responsibility for this.
How can you make yourself sound so righteous like that with a straight face?
But is it not the simple truth? I'm the hero who recently exposed the Confreri's fraud. The righteous and valiant junk. That's how everyone should see me, no? Now, the
I can't pronounce that.
scoundrel, you just want to profit from all of this. If the public starts to denounce the paper, Editor-in-Chief Euphrasia will be in trouble. You just want the top spot. Excellent. Perfect. I must admit, what you imagine isn't completely wrong. So allow me to fill in a few gaps for you. I've already made a deal with Bullard's supervisor. I find Dr. Moso's inheritance for them, and they keep me take over. Help. The Steambird.
Hold on.
Plus, Bullard's supervisor serves a real VIP, a harbinger, hee.
Which harbinger?
None of your business. With a harbinger backing Euphrasia, won't stand a chance, and the Steambird will be mine. Junk, you're just a squawking black bird, with a silver tongue. We won't let you get away with this.
But you'll have to stay alive to do that.
I'm sorry, can you not hear anything yet?
Click, 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 click. An ominous sound of echoing through the base.
What is that? Ha! The self-destruct system. How perfect. It just takes a little time to get going. A big thank you to you, Dr. Moso, for writing the instructions, and thank you everyone for giving me the time.
Uh-oh.
Farewell, little crow. Agent Curb and you too, visitors from afar. Use these last moments to embrace each other, then rest in peace as you are buried along with the truth.
Junk practically flies out of the entrance. The door closes behind him with a heavy thud. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a two-parter. Now this is gonna be more videos I should have streamed. Oh no, so he was the one who took the materials after all, after going to blown the smithereens. Calculating survival probability of Mr. Arrow. Data insufficient. Calculation failed. Calculating survival probability of Miss Paimon. Data insufficient. Calculation failed. Calculating survival probability of Agent Talachard's calculation successful. Results 1%. Calculating survival probability of my own core module. Calculation successful. Results 1%. How can this be? No, 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 Arrow, we've got to do something. Can we dig our way out? The self-destruct cables run through the walls. Breaking through could lead to an early detonation, as could attempting to force the door. I'll do my best to protect you, all of you. Is this all because of me again? No, it's not. Agent Talachard, don't blame yourself. There's no need to worry, everyone. Because I am able to shut down the base self-destruct system. Huh? Curve? Why didn't you say so earlier? Paimon was getting all worried for nothing. You didn't ask earlier. Seriously. Well, seems like you even have a sense of humor. Now tell us what to do. Please kindly withdraw my core module and place it in base's control panel. Then I'll be able to open the safe room lock. There is a button that disables the self-destruct system inside the safe room. You mean you open the door for us, we go to the safe room and press the button inside and everything will be taken care of? That is correct. And you, Curve? Can your core be removed from the control panel afterwards? I must stay connected to the control panel, otherwise the safe room will relock. Seems like we should take care of the self-destruct system first. Urgent, please act fast. Arrow, take Curve's core and place it on the control panel. All we need to do is deactivate the self-destruct system. Curve, will this really work? I think you might be a bit... Please take action. Repeat. Please take action. Repeat. Repeat. Please take... Oh, wow.
Everybody stand back!
Come on. So I didn't even use my ult. I could have just used Karina, but then that would just take too long. There's the core control.
Time to go.
Door to the safe room opens with a light shutter. Don't stand around. Let's head to the emergency room. Where's the emergency room? Oh, there. I hope Curve is gonna be okay. Oh. Is this it? It doesn't seem like a safe room. And where's the button? Curve, what is this place? We can't see any buttons. Huh? Why did the door just close? No, Curve. Curve, what's going on? How do we stop the base from self-destructing? The self-destruct system cannot be deactivated. What? So are we... Apologies, please escape as quickly as possible. No, Curve! What? After all this, no! That is sad. Just now... No! I need to go back and find Curve. Talachard, don't be too reckless. Going back is extremely dangerous. Yeah, there was just an explosion. It's deep underwater. Curve wouldn't want you running right back into danger. You're correct. I shouldn't act like this. But didn't he say the self-destruct mechanism should be shut off? He lied. He can't just shut it down. His core can only open the emergency exit. So then why? His core had to be inside the control panel to open the emergency exit. But he's smart. Now he knew he wouldn't leave him behind. We wouldn't.
So he lied to us.
Oh wow, he can already think like that? When did he?
It must have been Dr. Moso's letter that made Curve understand the final question. He learned about what Dr. Moso did for him.
Turns out I'm useless after all. If only I were more competent, maybe I could have helped him break the protocols, and we could have had to come here. But the letter might just have been the final push. That's right, don't blame yourself. Kurt's breakthrough probably started a long time ago.
His breakthrough had already started?
Let's say you eat 100 slimes in one sitting and get super fat. You can't blame it all on the last slime. It's the same with Curve. Even if the doctor's letter was crucial, all the work you did with Curve before wasn't wasted at all.
Is that really true?
Well, I don't know. Curve, the question you're leaving behind, I may never understand it. Anyway, thank you, and I know what we should do next. Catch that awful scoundrel Gent.
Absolutely, definitely. He must be tried
for his crimes. And just like that, you and Telechar return to the Court of Fontaine and start hunting for the dastardly Gent. Surprisingly, despite several days of intense investigation, you turn up to no leads. It seems like Jenk has vanished. No one had seen him, nor had any negative news regarding the steamboat service. Up until one day, Editor-in-Chief Euphrates sends you a message requesting to meet at the city.
Ah, you're finally here.
Oh, you're finally here! It turns out that we don't know our own people well enough. This allowed an employee to create some serious trouble. I offer my sincerest apologies, especially to you, Agent Talachar.
It's not your fault, Euphrates. Right now, the important thing is that we stop that odious scoundrel. By the way, you were so anxious to meet us. Is it because he contacted you?
Actually, I received a message. Early this morning, Jack was left in the Opera at Baclise, all trussed up, so I contacted you immediately.
He's been caught? He's been caught by who?
We're still not sure. By the time he was found, he seemed to have lost his mind. He didn't react to any external stimuli at all. He was just kneeling on the stage of the staff for Opera Epicles. He looked like a doll that had just stood trial. The Mason Gardenage folks took him in. When they examined him, they found that his tongue was missing. Tongue? Oh my gosh. You just said that to him in front of a bunch of children. His tongue, oh my, that's terrifying. The Mason Gardenage has also discovered a note in his mouth. It said something to the effect of making amends to you. Making amends to us? You, Paimon, Telechart, your names were written on the paper. It seems like the person who was backing him wants to apologize to you three. It appears they don't want to make enemies out of you, or maybe they feel quite strongly about what happened to the Agent Curve. Those are the only possibilities I can think of. The person behind him, Paimon remembers Jenks said that he had a deal with a Fatui Harbinger, but which one? A Harbinger interested in machine intelligence.
How about Dr. Moso's legacy? Jenk took all of Curve's design and research data.
Gone without a trace. That wretched Jenk. That's what happens when you decide to go full evil. I'll guess this counts as him being tried for his crimes, right? Though we don't know who the judge is.
So that's what happened. Though I didn't catch him personally, at least I feel like he finally paid the price of his crimes. Since all of your names are on the paper, Mason Gardenage, will probably want to pay you a visit. I'll go over right now and then explain everything so they won't bother you. Finally, I hope the case can end here.
Wait, Agent Tolotard, would you mind going back to the newspaper with me?
Why, you thirsty? If you want to convince me to write your fantasy column, it's not happening.
Still, in the mood to joke, I see. That makes me feel much better.
Let's go.
Skippy dip, skippy 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 skip, skippity skippity skip.
But I wasn't joking at all, you know. I will work very hard and do my best in the Marchese Phantom.
That's wonderful, Tolotard. Paimon is happy for you. Oh, the bird is back! Please have a look. We fixed Sir Arthur. Wow, it's Sir Arthur. We almost forgot about it. Good job, Sir Arthur. Sure has been through a lot. Yep, and now he's finally back. By the way, Paimon still doesn't know what kind of bird Sir Arthur is. A pelican. A pelican? You mean the kind of bird that's an amazing eater?
But why would the Steambird's mascot be a pelican? That doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the newspaper at all.
Ha ha! I'm not clear on that either. It was a decision my mentor made after the incident with Dr. Moso. Maybe he felt it's cuter than, say, a crow or a black bird that squawks all day long. Hey, you Tracy, you know you kind of resemble a pelican hiding food in its pouch right now. Hehe. Anyway, Agent Tolotard, do you remember how Agent Curve and I interviewed nearby residents at the start of the case? Of course. You took the opportunity to blow our cover. Oh. Truly sorry about that, but that was when I asked him what kind of person is Agent Tolotard.
What?
Paimon remembers. Euphrasia came back and commissioned us right away. Were you awed by Tolotard's brilliance track record? Why don't we check with Sir Arthur on that? During the repairs, I added what Agent Curve said to Sir Arthur's voice library as a memento.
Oh! Quickly tell us what Curve said, Sir Arthur.
Based on my analysis, Agent Tolotard will be the best agent of the Marchese Phantom.
Really? I'll be the best?
But would Curve really have said something like that back then? Maybe back then he already learned too. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Tolotard, since you're Curve's handler, you must be the one who fed him the first 99 slimes. That seems to be the answer.
Well then, Curve, I will be the best agent in Marchese Phantom.
And that is the end of the quest.
Okay.
Like the last video of part 2 of... This is part 3, I guess. But I'm going to be putting links in the description. Once the video is released, I'll put a link in the description of each one for part 1, part 2, part 3 of which is which. But the first of part 1 is the Institute World Quest for a stream, and then I did the Marchese Phantom. Just letting you all know. Yeah. I guess I'll have to put in the time zone of when we started doing this. So yeah. So thanks for joining. Hopefully I can put part 2 and part 3 together. I probably can't. Sadly. But hopefully I can. Maybe I can. Maybe this is the part 2. So bye bye.